Hey guys, what's up? Pitmarthroy here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. In the last episode, we took on a few stages of Ganon, not Ganon himself. And in this episode, we are hopefully going to actually finish up this project, as strange as that sounds. First, we're going to grab some health. And I do expect to use up a fairy at some point. Right, there's one. It's kind of weird how it's kind of weird how it's just eerily quiet after you are in this point where you're just climbing up the, not really sure what this is. I know part of it was the chandelier, but, you know, all of this would not be supporting just one chandelier. Alright, I've got bottles full of fairies, so I don't need that. I mean, I need it, but I don't need it in a bottle. Alright, so they were nice enough to give me full health right there. There is another one of these pots, the warp pots, at the bottom of this, so now you can just warp straight to it if you want. So that's, you know, a way to get back easier. I wonder what wants you to hook onto that. That's clearly the target that you're supposed to be aiming for. Alright, so, let's do this. And FYI, I don't really remember this fight very well, but ah well, not important. My country lay within a vast desert. Yeah, Gerudo Valley. When the sun rose into the sky... What the heck is that face? A burning wind punished the land, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind carried the same thing. Death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. It can only be called fate. That here, I would again gather the three with the crests. That I should lay my hand on that which grants the wishes of the beholder. That when power, wisdom, and courage come together, the gods would have no choice but to come down. The power of the gods, the Triforce, he who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. Already the crest of wisdom is mine, then why is it still in her hand? All that remains... Good thing that wasn't a few feet to the left. That would have killed Zelda. Do not fear. I will not kill you. I merely have need of the power that dwells within you. I don't want to kill you. I just want to destroy you a little. Jeez, talk about overreacting. Now, let us put an end to that which binds us together. Gods, hear that which I desire. Expose this land to the rays of the sun once more. Let them burn forth. Give Hyrule to me! He who touches it will have whatever he desires granted. That is what you said, is it not, Ganondorf? Looks like you're a little too slow, Ganondorf. It's a mix of you're too slow and oh, I missed. Gods of the Triforce, hear that which I desire. Hope, I desire hope for these children. Give them a future. Wash away this ancient land of Hyrule. Let a ray of hope shine on the future of the world. and let our destinies finally be fulfilled. Ganondorf, may you drown with Hyrule. You're crazy, man. What's wrong with you? Jeez, don't choke on your own saliva. Creep. This is foolishness. No, this is madness. A future for you? You said you weren't gonna kill us. What are you laughing at, Ganondorf? You're insane! Yeah, he is insane. You tell that jerk. What do you mean you overslept? I think it's time for us to say goodbye to this place. We must return to the world above, back to our ocean. Very well, then. Allow me to show you. Your future. Yes, allow me to show you just what hope you have. See how much your precious Triforce is worth. On guard. Alright, so I'll use this bow and cover you. Attack him as best you can. Did she take my bow? Jerk. Well, I wasn't trying to. So what you need to do is wait for Zelda to shoot an arrow. Or wait till you can parry him. After a while, he'll get tired of Zelda, so he'll just knock her over. You just kick me? Okay, I don't know if you have to hit him a certain amount of times here, but I don't think you can damage him now. Okay, apparently you can. You just have to wait for the parry. Did you stop kicking me, dude? Okay, that parry attack just missed altogether. And then after that, a while, Zelda will get back up. See if we can talk to her. You have to distract him. You'll use your shield. And let's end this. Funny, I remember that fight being a lot harder. Because I didn't even use the elixir soup of the fairies. Oh well. The wind, it is blowing. And Ganondorf turns to stone, which is kind of weird, but hey, we'll run with it. After all, rocks can't float, right? Unless it's pumice, but it isn't. What happened to his shield? It's just gone. Like, I get the fact that the sword's in Ganondorf's head, but the shield is just gone. I guess it destroyed the shield. My children, listen to me. I have lived regretting the past, and I have faced those regrets. If only I could do things over again. Not a day of my life has gone by without my thoughts turning to my kingdom of old. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as Ganondorf. But you... I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you, but despite that, you must look forward and walk a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when darkness comes. Farewell. This is the only word that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please forgive us. Wait, you could come with us. Yes, of course. We have a ship. We can find it. We will find it. The land will be the next Hyrule. But remember, he can't live above the water unless it's, you know, he's the ship. Ah, but child, that land will not be Hyrule. It will be your land. I have scattered the seeds of the future. Oh hey, it's Prince Kamali. So happy. Oh look, the pirate ship conveniently showed up after being missing ever since they rescued our sister. And speaking of our sister, she's right there. So happy. That guy's not even waving to us. He's like waving off to the side somewhere. I think I just saw Makar on the ship, but maybe that was just me. I'm guessing if oh yeah, they are on the ship, Makar and Medley. Sure enough. So I guess they don't stay in the temples forever. Well, guys gotta eat, so makes sense. Or a girl in Medley's case. Alright, so, wow. I cannot believe I finished this project. It went on for a long time, but it's a long game, so I expected that to occur. I'm not done checking to see if this will be 75 parts, but it's going to be really, really close. Something worth mentioning about this game, and I'm not saying like whether it's good or bad or anything, is if you play this file again, don't erase it and just hit start. You can play the whole adventure again as Outset Link. You will not receive the hero's clothes. Well, you will, but they'll be just a blank thingamajig. And so, basically, you'll play with Link's outfit at the beginning of the game with the V t-shirt that was blue and it had the picture of the lobster on it, and the orange pants instead of wearing the hero's clothes. And also, you'll be able to understand the Hyrule language that Valu and... what's-his-face, the guy that gives you the third pearl, says. You'll be able to understand all the ancient Hyrule text now. So that's just little extra things. If you go through the game again, that's what will happen. So let's just make another note of that if you want to play this game again. Just, you know, a fun little thing you can do. So, what to say about Wind Waker? Jeez. It's a long game. It's got some fantastic bosses. That's probably my favorite thing about this entire game, was actually the bosses. The bosses were fantastic. The dungeons were pretty well thought out. I didn't really like the second of the, not the second of the two, but of the first four, or of the first five. I didn't really like the last two, but the first two were pretty realistic. They were pretty good. You know, if you actually went inside of a mountain or a volcano, that's what you would expect it to look like. I do like the characters of this game. Bentley, Makar, Valoo, Salvatore, all the funny characters, not really Tingle so much. The Rito, I guess Beetle, sort of, even though I only saw him like twice ever. But I do like the characters in this game. As you can see, they're bubbles, you know, floating around everywhere. The characters are really cool in this game. I do like Tetra a lot. I like her a lot more than Zelda. Zelda's kind of, eh. I don't know, Tetra's got more of a personality. Even though Tetra is Zelda, you know, she acts a lot more like herself before she realizes she's Zelda because, you know, at this point, all Tetra knows is Tetra, not Zelda. I do like the music for this game, since the sound effect programming and all that is, I do like the sound effects and soundtracks. They're really good soundtracks. I'm definitely looking forward to orchestrated music for Skyward Sword, and this isn't, you know, it's not going to be like Skyward Sword, but I do love the music for it all the same. They've got really cool songs, you know, songs that you remember, like Dragon Roost Island. Everybody remembers Dragon Roost Island, so, you know, it's just something to, this game can leave a pretty good mark on you. Whether good or bad, you will remember this game after playing it, regardless of whether you liked it or not, because even though it's Zelda, it's definitely one of a kind with the whole self shading and everything. And while Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass are sort of like it, they just can't compete with, you know, an actual console as opposed to a handheld system. It's just not the same. But yeah, this game is absolutely incredible. If there's anything I don't like besides the Floor Masters, what did I not like about it? I already said I kind of didn't like the second dungeons. The sailing, some people can find that a bit irritating. The warps do help, but yeah, the sailing can get a little old. Yeah, that's really the only thing I don't like, really, is the sailing. There's a lot of extra stuff. As you can see, I didn't get all the treasure charts and everything like that. But, you know, not everything here is required, so, you know, it always leaves that thing open, like, well, you could go and do this. You don't have to, but you could. So, you know, if you're bored and you want to do something else, you've always got other options open. So, yeah, that's definitely a good choice. I do like that about any Zelda game, and while this does have a bigger map, and I do say Majora's Mask is, and still is, my #1 Zelda game because of the small map, and, you know, I just like Majora's Mask a lot. This one's definitely my top 5 favorite Zelda games. I'd have to say it would probably rank in around 3 or 4 on my top 5 list. This is a fantastic game. I would definitely recommend this for, if you're looking to play any GameCube game, this would definitely be one of my picks, along with Super Smash Bros. Melee. And, I don't know, what else for GameCube? Mario Kart Double Dash. Those two and this game right here would be my 3 picks for you. If you said, I have a GameCube, which game should I get for it? I'd say this game, Double Dash, and Melee. Because this game is unique, it's fun, it's interesting, and I hope they, I hope to see a lot of, references to this game in Skyward Sword. I hope to see that there's a lot like it. Which I do think there will be. So, I do hope to see that. Yes, the King of Red Lion's lost. You can see there's nothing in his eyes anymore, so he can't talk to you or anything like that. Aryll had a picture of a skull on her shirt right there. That was really odd. Why do we have to wait for the wind? Link's got the Wind Waker, and it probably still works. The Ocarina still worked after Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Speaking of really awesome music. And they're all waving goodbye again, except this time Aryll's with them. See, look, there's a skull on her shirt. And all of a sudden we got... Oh, well, I guess that's just the regular sword that you got at the beginning. It's not the Master Sword. So that brings an end to The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.